Imagine staring at the night sky, thinking you know what's really out there. But what if I told you that almost everything you've been taught about space, those childhood facts, those neat little diagrams in school books, even the movies you trusted, are lies? Not mistakes, lies, some harmless, some designed to shape the way you see the universe. Tonight, we're uncovering 13 of the biggest deceptions about space that will flip everything you thought you knew upside down. So buckle up, because once you hear these, you'll never look at the stars the same way again. They told you space is a giant mute vacuum, completely silent. Wrong. Space has sound, just not the way you expect. Planets, stars, even black holes create vibrations that can be translated into haunting audio waves. NASA has recorded the eerie songs of space, and they sound like a cosmic horror soundtrack you'd never believe was real. And what about the sun? That warm golden ball we see every day isn't yellow at all. In reality, the sun is pure white. Our atmosphere filters its light, making it appear yellow or orange. But in space, astronauts see it blazing white-hot. Nothing like the soft storybook drawings you grew up with. You've probably heard the old saying that the Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure visible from space. That's one of the most popular lies of all. Astronauts say it's nearly impossible to spot with the naked eye. At night, cities shine brightly, highways and airports are sometimes visible, but the Great Wall? That's a myth that refuses to die. And speaking of myths, black holes have been painted as cosmic vacuum cleaners that suck everything nearby into oblivion. The truth is different. Black holes don't chase after matter like monsters. You could orbit one safely if you kept your distance. The danger only comes when you cross the event horizon, the ultimate point of no return. Another common lie is that space is pitch black. We imagine astronauts floating in endless darkness, but outside Earth's atmosphere, the sky is filled with light. Stars don't twinkle, the sun burns pure white, and galaxies glow brighter than you could ever see from the ground. And while we're at it, the so-called dark side of the moon isn't dark at all. Every part of the moon gets sunlight, just at different times. The far side is simply hidden from Earth, not shrouded in eternal night. Even the planets have been misrepresented. Mercury is often called the hottest planet, since it's closest to the sun. But in truth, Venus holds that title. Its thick atmosphere traps heat in a runaway greenhouse effect, making it hotter than an oven on broil. And don't think of Earth as perfectly round either. It's not. Our planet is slightly squashed at the poles and bulging at the equator due to rotation. Technically, Earth is a lumpy, oblate spheroid. You've probably been told astronauts are weightless in space. That's another half-truth. They're not free from gravity at all. In fact, gravity is still pulling on them constantly. What's really happening is that they're in perpetual free fall around Earth, which creates the illusion of floating. And then there are shooting stars. They sound magical, but they aren't stars at all. They're tiny pieces of rock and dust burning up in our atmosphere, streaking across the sky with borrowed brilliance. Mars has also been given an oversimplified image. We call it the red planet, but up close, Mars isn't just red. Its surface is filled with grays, tans, browns, and even greenish rocks. The rusty dust creates that famous red haze. But the planet is far more colorful than most people realize. And what about the sun itself? We've been told it's fire. That's a comforting lie. In truth, the sun is a nuclear fusion reactor, smashing hydrogen atoms into helium with unimaginable power. Comparing it to fire is like comparing a candle to a hydrogen bomb. But maybe the biggest lie of all is this, that we know a lot about space. For all our rockets, rovers, and telescopes, we've only scratched the surface. 95% of the universe is made of dark matter and dark energy, mysteries we barely understand. Everything we've learned so far is just a tiny fragment of a much larger, stranger story. So next time someone points at the night sky and says, "We know what's out there," remember this: half the things you were taught were illusions. The truth is stranger, scarier, and infinitely more exciting than the lies. Because the universe isn't just out there, it's waiting.